in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is up, everybody? My name is Ryan. Welcome to the ToastOnRye podcast. Today, I'm hanging out with Kaya. Not for the first time, actually. The first time that we hung out, it was on a different episode, but the episode couldn't upload it because it got corrupted, and it was very tragic. It was very tragic.
So many good jokes and just lost forever.
Yeah, it's just lost forever now, but we're trying it again, round 2. But yep. Kaya, how you doing today?
I'm so excited because last time I feel like I was really nervous, but this time I'm just like really excited. I got all the nerves out last time. I mean, there's a little bit left, but I'm excited. Hey,
well, as long as you feel comfortable, that's all that matters to me. Real quick, for those of you listening on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, make sure you give this podcast a good review with 5 stars and a nice little comment. It would help my feelings. Okay, just
do it now. I didn't know my voice could get that low.
What she said. Please do it. It'd be great. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below on your favorite part or whatever you want. It's all greatly appreciated. But today on this episode, normally I try to go to the news and, kind of just see what's going on inside the news. However, for today, since this is literally my second time hanging out with Kaya, I'm going to play this game. This is totally not sponsored, by the way. We're not really strangers. But if you've never heard of what's the word? What's it called? We're not really strangers. Fuck, I can't talk today. So We're Not Really Strangers. Basically, it's just a game to bring people closer. But there's we're gonna do the level that's not fucking deep. We read some of the questions and that shit. I was like, oh my god, I really have to soul search for that question. But so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna ask you the first question. Okay. Side note, she found a card in here that she wants to ask me.
I'm so excited.
And I'm kind of nervous to know what it is.
I'm so excited.
Oh yeah, and we also got some hot chocolate too. It's
I guilt tripped Ryan into getting hot chocolate because I said that if he didn't get some, I would not have any either. So
yeah, and I was just like, well, I want you to have hot chocolate. So I was just like, yeah. Oh yeah. Also the mugs. If you're on the YouTube version, mine says book nerd.
Yeah, book nerd.
Book nerd.
I'm gonna show this camera because it's closer. Mine says winosaur.
And the worst part is I've not read a book in 8 years. So
I love mine. I want to take it.
No, 8 years. No, not 8 years. Fucking 5 years. I think the last book I actually in depth read that I didn't have to was Maze Runner. The Maze Runner series.
I read all the time. All the time. I love reading.
Really? What's your favorite book?
The Giver.
You know what it's about? I've never heard of it before.
Oh my god. So it's about this utopian society. So everything is supposed to be perfect.
Love it already.
You have certain amount of kids, whatever. And then you all get a job. I forget what age they get a job at, but they have this whole ceremony. They decide what you're going to be for the rest of your life. And if you get there's only one person, I don't know, there's a giver for a long time, which is a person who holds all the information from what life was before, which is supposed to be how we lived or how we are living right now. And he holds all the pain and all the memories and all the everything from before. And it's basically the guy who gets chosen to be the new person who holds all the memories is all this is so crazy. All this shit is so crazy. And then he I don't know, does a bunch of crazy stuff.
Sounds like something like one of those POV TikTokers would have done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, but that sounds like a really cool book.
No, it's amazing. And then there's a movie version of it, which is also pretty good. No, it's actually
okay.
I feel like a lot of people thought it was, but I actually really liked it. So
that's kind of how I felt about the Maze Runner series. The first movie was good, but then the second movie was just they basically changed 90% of the entire plot. So I was sitting in that theater pissed as fuck because I was just this is not what I read in the book at all.
Oh my gosh.
And then the third movie, I'm just letting you know right now, this most of the Maze Runner series, 95% of that did not happen in the book, and I was super fucking bad because I was they told a better story in the book. So, but that happens all the time. I don't know what I was expecting at the time. I was kind of just I just wanted this one to be different. You know, I wanted this one to be the difference maker. You know, but anyway.
R.I.P.
Anyway, the first question from the game that we're gonna, I'll probably do this more often with more people, but I'm just testing out this one. But the first question is, what has been your earliest recollection of happiness?
Whoa, I did not even see that was the first question. We've had him here for so long. Probably running around at music festivals with my mom, to be honest.
How old were you?
Probably like 4 or 5, 6 maybe. I don't know.
Do you remember like all the people that you saw at the festivals or no?
I mean, it's the same people who, I mean, before COVID, obviously, but we're still going to it, so yeah. But, just running around and, like, dancing with her, I guess. I don't know. I don't remember, like, a lot of my childhood, to be quite honest.
I remember bits and pieces of it, like, anything before, that I was, like, 7 years old. Like, it's kind of like a fever dream for me. Like, I remember watching Everybody Hates Chris. But I don't remember the context of why. I was just there. Maybe I was with my mom. I don't know. I don't know. It's really hard to like think of that shit like past like a certain age, you know. Maybe it's just because memory doesn't, you know, what's the word, develop until like a certain age too. Yeah. I guess for me, I don't know. I'm not a happy person, am I? No, I don't really know. Like the first time like I've like really felt. No, I do remember.
That's so depressing.
I know.
Ryan's like, I don't remember the last time I felt happy.
or at least like the first, like the first,
or the first time.
Like the first time that I was ever happy. Shit. Damn. I mean, it was probably when I was a child. If I could really like, I mean, like honestly, like once I get to like once you get to a certain age in life, you're kind of just like, nothing matters. It's cool. It is what it is. Yeah. But nah. Yeah, I don't really know how to answer this question. This is not going good so far. I'm like,
wow, you're really not doing good at this.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't remember like the first time I was ever happy.
No, I don't know. I feel like that's a loaded question. I feel like obviously you're going to be happy times before you remember being happy. So it's just like,
I was about to say, I mean, I feel like
your brain chooses to remember.
I mean, I know because like based off of what my mom told me, I was kind of like a chill kid. I didn't really cry or anything. I just chilled, man. Like
word.
Like I think like the one time that I did cry, I had an ear infection, and
the one time
like,
ever, the one time ever,
or obviously like you know like for like one where it was like it wasn't warranted. Like I didn't fall down, I didn't do anything. It was kind of just like, hey, I'm crying for no reason. I never cried unless if I had a reason to. Like apparently I was at this family reunion or something. My mom was telling me, and she was like, yeah, like you were crying like for like 6 hours straight. None of us understood why. Like we tried, you know, feeding you. You didn't want the bottle. We tried giving you a pacifier. You didn't want that. We tried giving you to different types of people. You didn't like that at all. And yeah, they took me to the hospital because they were just like, yeah, this baby literally does not cry. The fuck is going on with my kid? Yeah. I had an ear infection apparently.
Oh my God, that's so crazy.
Yeah, otherwise I was the most well-mannered kid ever apparently. So I don't know. Like, I don't know. I can't really, I guess because it was at a time that I can't remember.
Yeah.
Then I don't remember at all. So I guess maybe that's when I was at my most happiest, my most content is just being a baby, but I don't remember it. So
word.
What do you crave more of? Like in life or
good TV shows.
Really?
I can never find a TV show that I want to watch for a long period of time. I always get sick of it. I want a good TV show, and I want it to be long, and I want it to be a new comfort show for me.
So you're trying to have like 5 seasons, 45-minute episodes?
Yes.
Okay, but then
yes.
you watch shows like 13 Reasons Why. So like
that is my comfort show right now. Right now,
really?
13 Reasons Why, The Big Bang Theory, those are my comfort shows. That 70s show was, and they took it off Netflix, and I have to watch it on an Instagram account, and I don't even think that's legal. Shout out to that Instagram account. Illegal. It's really nice to watch that 70s show.
Is it on like Peacock or something now?
No, it's literally not on like anything. It's on Amazon for like $2.99 an episode. It's like, oh my God.
You could just buy the whole series then.
I have it all on DVD.
Oh, then why are you complaining?
Because that's a lot of work. I don't usually use a DVD player.
You know, that's honestly fair. Like, I don't...
Like, I'm just trying to turn on Netflix before I go to bed.
My like Bailey, like my friend Bailey, he has this whole thing where he's like, I know it's on streaming, but I want to get it on DVD just in case like something happens to streaming. I'm like, streaming's not going anywhere, bro. Like,
yeah, but also like in this instance, if I didn't have those DVDs, I'd be way more panicked right now.
Yeah, you know what? But yeah, like that's what he's trying to prepare for. Is if one of his favorite shows, like SpongeBob, like SpongeBob was never on like any streaming service that we can think of anyway.
It's on Hulu.
It is?
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
I think so. I might be wrong. I don't know. I have a lot of streaming services. I know it's on one of them. Don't quote me.
I don't use Hulu that much. So like I think I only got Hulu to watch Steven Universe on it, and then I realized it's on HBO Max. So I was like, well, fuck Hulu. I don't watch anything on here. So,
I love HBO Max. Shout out HBO Max.
HBO Max is really competing with Netflix and Disney Plus now. So it's like, I don't know, like they're doing good, you know.
Yeah, I love HBO Max. I got HBO Max to watch Rick and Morty, and I got Hulu to watch Rick and Morty, and they put that on HBO Max too now. So
then, like, what do you look for in like a show?
I have no idea. That's the thing. I'm a really complicated person, and I think that I like a lot of different complicated shows. So
like you don't really look for like a specific vibe?
No, literally my top 3 favorite shows are like That 70s Show, mm-hmm. Big Bang Theory, which is about scientists, and like and 13 Reasons Why, which is about a girl who kills herself. How are those like?
Yeah, how is 13 Reasons Why?
And Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty is the other one, and that's a cartoon. So it's like there's no correlation at all.
Like, that makes sense, but then how is a show like 13 Reasons Why your comfort show?
I've just watched it so many times, got to know the characters. I just skip over the traumatic parts, and then it's not bad.
I don't know why, but I can't do that.
I literally do it all the time.
Like unless if it's like a cartoon. So like I've watched Phineas and Ferb over and over again like 30 different times, but like that's a cartoon. It's supposed to be goofy.
Yeah.
You know, like I've only watched like a show once and then like left it be. Like for example, like when Friends was still on Netflix. Mm-hmm. I watched it once and I was like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah, I watched it. Actually, no, that's one that I rewatched a couple times too, but I never actually finished it. I got to like the 5th season and then I would just rewatch the first 5.
Well, because like that's where it kind of went downhill.
Yeah.
Like it went too, and it went on for too long.
That is why I crave more good shows that last long. It just like comes full circle to my question.
I mean, I guess eventually a show's gonna kind of like as writers run out of ideas.
Yeah.
Is when like so. I mean, I get it, but I don't know. Okay, that's interesting.
But I don't know. Rick and Morty might be that show. Just saying.
So like, are you like finished with Rick and Morty yet, or are you like still?
Oh yeah, I've seen all the ones they have out, but now they're putting out the next season.
Okay, so, yeah, I still haven't seen the show, so I still gotta check it out.
So good, so good. How can you become a better person?
Fuck, I don't. Shit. Okay. Honestly, maybe I could just be more patient with some things. Like I feel like for me, before. Not only was I patient, I didn't really listen to a lot of different issues. Like I think like for me, I think like 5 to 7 years ago, I wasn't necessarily like a LGBTQ ally because I didn't understand the community. I mean, I went to a Catholic school at the time, so I was kind of like brainwashed into kind of like I kind of had more internalized. What's the word? Homophobia.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Where it's like you're kind of like not really realizing that you're being homophobic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's just because that's all I knew. Mm-hmm. You know. So, but then once I started listening, to other communities like the trans community and everyone else inside the community, I kind of grew a bigger understanding and realizing like how much oppression they have gone through. So. But I always don't have that type of patience to listen to other people. I mean, like that's on a bigger scale. Like obviously it was issues like, women's rights, LGBTQ stuff, obviously like I'm willing to listen with that stuff because that's important.
Yeah.
But if I'm willing to listen to everyday people a little more and, be more patient to listen, I feel like I'd be a better person after that. So.
Wow. That was strangely deep. I was literally just going to be like, I could probably like pick up garbage outside more or some shit.
I could honestly, you know what? I could donate money more.
Yeah.
But I don't do that like at all, but I could. There's a lot of things that I like this thing that we're recording the podcast in, for example, I dropped $400 just for this thing.
Yeah,
but that could have gone to like a family of 4, but I didn't do it, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. But like, I feel like that's just not something that like everyone thinks about.
Well, but also you have to obviously support yourself before you can support others.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I'm sure once you're in a more giving...
Yeah, like if I ever get like rich, I feel like I'll give back a little more,
of course.
You know, because then I can afford to. Like if I was like Jeff Bezos loaded, I'd give back a little more.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
Why were you not expecting a deep answer to that?
I don't know.
So like how do you think that you can be a better person then?
Literally, I have no idea. Just like pick up garbage on the side of the road.
Pick up on this, you know.
Probably. I guess I could be more patient too, to be honest. But it's not that I'm impatient with people. It's that I'm impatient with things like
just things
packages or like stuff like that. Like I'm just
honestly, I understand that because I'm switching over to PC gaming and I ordered a PC online on fucking what's today, the 15th, like the 15th of April. I don't know when this shit's gonna come out, but yeah, but it's the 15th of April and I ordered this PC on the 1st of the month. That shit's still processing. So like I'm like, how long is it like literally like I called them and I was like, hey, is it built? They're like, oh yeah, it's built. And I'm like, so why is it not coming to my way? Oh, we're waiting for a part. Then it's not built then. Don't tell me it's built then. Like, but it's chilled. But like, but like that's just me being impatient though. Like that it goes back to me that I just need to be a more patient person in general.
Yeah, me too.
So, wild card. Okay, what's something that's like not like I killed someone, but like what's something that like you can admit?
Actually, I'm pretty sure I talked about this in the podcast that is no more. But my biggest fear is moths in the whole entire world. Biggest fear, moths.
Why moths? You know what? Actually, that's not as bad as like being afraid of birds, honestly.
Like, you think?
Yeah, because like for me, birds are such like innocent animals. You know what I mean? Like I just don't see them.
You're like a bird activist?
No, fuck birds.
No, I'm digging the bird activist vibe.
I'm not like I'm not saying that like I'm afraid of them or like we should like, you know, attack them or some shit. I just mean like they're some of the most non-threatening animals I've ever seen.
I don't think people who don't like birds want to attack them either. I don't know where that came from. You're like, to anyone out there, I don't want to attack the birds. Listen, I don't want to.
But like, I mean like I've met people that are afraid of birds, right? I'm like, I can understand if you're afraid of like a fucking ostrich or something. That shit, I'm afraid of an ostrich. But like a pigeon? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just, like, I don't know.
No, pigeons are different. Have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
Oh, shit. No. Oh, shit. No,
it's because they're working for the government. Have you seen that video where the bird literally, like, goes like this to, like, I'm pretty sure it was the president at the time?
Yeah, like, where, yeah.
Yeah. They're literally, like, controlled by the government 100%. I am convinced.
What if that was animated though?
What?
Like the bird walking?
Oh, the bird walking?
Yeah, like the bird walking.
Maybe, but like, have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
Well, no, but have you seen any baby bird in real life?
Yeah.
Like what?
There's been multiple bird nests that I've seen throughout my life that have little babies in them.
Damn, I feel like you've lived more life than me over here. I've never seen fucking baby birds at all.
I spent a lot of my life outside. I love outside. So when I was younger, I loved nature so much. And I loved animals. So I'd literally like hunt for shit like that.
See, I did go outside, but I played with fucking sticks. I didn't go for like...
Oh no, I literally like pretend to be a fairy and like go try to save animals and stuff. And,
yeah, no, I don't really do mud. You're a... garden fairy. Sorry, that's just
ironic, isn't it?
I actually like that movie though. Any of the Tinkerbell movies, like the later ones, obviously I like.
I played the fawn in a play.
Really?
Yeah.
How did that go?
One of the main characters. It's like my only flex. Honestly, pretty good. I was chilling.
Do you remember like how the like how everything went, or like was it kind of just like a fever dream for you?
Oh no, there was like I don't know, it was really nice. I don't really know what to say about it. Like I don't know. I just was in a musical. It wasn't a play, it was a musical. And there were a couple times where like we messed up on stage, but only like twice or three times in like the like four, or we might have done like 6 shows, honestly. Like, so it wasn't that bad.
I mean, I honestly...
And it wasn't things that people would like realize either.
I mean, I wish I did more theater, so I can't really relate. So I'm kind of just like, oh, okay.
That's like the only theater I did though.
So like, how come you never like kept going with it?
I don't know. I just felt like it was so much work to put into like a couple nights, and I was like, I don't want to do that. I'm just lazy. Literally, it's just chalked up to being lazy. I'm so lazy.
For me, I didn't do a lot of theater because I like had I just had like stage fright, I guess. But like now I feel like, but then I can't, like, that doesn't make sense because then I hosted a talent show. So it's like, you know what I mean? So it's like if I have stage fright, why couldn't I have done theater? But maybe it's just because I can't act as someone other than myself. Like,
see, that's what I'm better at.
Is not acting like yourself? Yeah.
If you were to give me like a personality to be doing this in a script, I would do way better.
Do you have multiple different personalities now?
I can.
If you want me to, sure, why not?
I mean, I can switch up real quick.
What is the last thing you lied to your mother about?
I don't lie to my mom, like, at all.
Like, at all? Yeah. Like, not even a little bit? Like, you're saying,
no, I can't remember the last time I lied to her, to be quite honest with you. It was probably when I was really young.
Like, when I actually, like, lied, as in, like, I was afraid of, like, something, like, telling the truth. It was definitely when I was younger. But I think, like, the last thing I lied to her about, sorry, Mom, if you're watching this, but, like, this podcast, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, she's always like, hey, like, what are you doing today? Oh, I'm just hanging out with a friend. Well, I mean, yes, I am, but like
not
also
not even like, yeah.
But like, that's not like, that's a harmless lie. Like, I feel like I have a hard time telling anybody what I do. You know what I mean? I think like me, like being a content creator is probably like the last thing you'll find out about me. If I don't, like, if it doesn't come up and you like don't ask me about it, which why would you?
Subtle.
Like it would be like a subtle, like if it comes up, then and I'm like, then I'll admit that I do it. But otherwise, that's not like the first thing I'm gonna tell you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I literally haven't lied to my mom in like forever.
Are you and your mom like close?
Insane. It's insane.
Insanely close.
Yeah. What is a dream you've let go?
Oh, like a childhood dream or some shit like that?
I kind of wanted to be a veterinarian. And then I found out you had to put animals down, and I was like, oh, hell no.
Wait, really? Oh, you know what? That makes a lot of... Yeah, no. I don't have pets. I don't have pets. So, like, that makes a lot of fucking sense why I didn't know that. Yeah. I thought there was, like, facilities for that shit. So, no. I can honestly understand that. Like, if I had a pet, I wouldn't even want to be in the room, like, during the whole put down process. I don't want to, like, watch an animal become lifeless. You know what I mean? Yeah, like I understand what you mean. I think one dream that I dropped was being like a psychologist or a therapist. Oh yeah, that was one. Well, yeah, that's kind of Like before because like this was before I became like a content creator, and like I was dealing with a lot of like mental health issues. Yeah. So I wanted to help other people with it, and then I realized I gotta be patient enough to listen to some problems that aren't really that big of problems. You know what I mean? Like of course, like everyone's problems are valid, and I'm not saying that like that's not like. Yeah, but if you're in a session with someone whose biggest problem is like what, something stupid. Yeah, like it's like I have too much money or some shit like that. You know what I mean? I would have to listen to that. I'm just like, that's not a real I wish I had some other fucking money. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so so I knew that I wasn't gonna be patient enough to listen to problems that are like such first world shit, like some shit that are like, hey, kids are starving. This is the least that like, or like there's some people that are really struggling with life, and this is like the thing that's like yeah. So I don't know. I also. Like on those lines are like psychology type, I don't know, beat. I wanted to be like a forensic scientist, but like one of the ones that like basically like Criminal Minds, like so like style, like okay, or like Barry Allen or something like that. Yeah, I took forensics classes,
and they were actually really fun. But then I like, you have to be in the police force for like 4 years, and I just don't think I'm the type of person to be like in the police force. I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to walk up to cars and be all serious and stuff.
Your license and registration, please.
Can you imagine me walking up? Like, no.
I wouldn't even take you serious. I'd just be like, oh my God, how are you?
Well, yeah.
I can definitely understand it. I also wanted to be a bus driver. But like, that was when I was really young. It was just because I was
That's literally what you said to me.
But it was just because I was very curious about a bus driver's life at the time. So, like, I literally, someone was like, I want to be a bus driver. And then she looked at me and she was like, no. Like, but I was also 5, so.
That's a really weird one. Why? Do you remember any type of, like, why? Just.
Yeah, just at the time, I just wanted to
know more about him, or like.
Yeah, because like, I watched a lot of TV as a kid. Mm-hmm. And this was like before I even went to school. So, like, this was like the year I'm going to start kindergarten. Mm-hmm. And I thought that I was going to be picked up by a bus. So I was just like, I wonder what it'd be like to drive a bus. So, you know, I like used to pretend that I was picking up kids to go to school and shit. It was weird. I don't know why, but
I'm digging it. Bus driver Ryan. Chilling.
I don't know, man. Now driving a bus to me seems really scared or not really scared, really scary.
Yeah, because you're literally holding so many people's lives in your hand.
Well, that, and I'm driving a 2-ton fucking machine that can kill everybody.
My brain is just like, all those people you could kill. Mm-hmm. Cut to Ryan dripping hot chocolate all over his shirt.
Hey, now I can taste the fucking chocolate.
Oopsies.
Oh, that's cool though. Oh, this was cool. That's all right.
He said, "Did you stir mine?" And I said, "I think so."
What's something that you used to be proud of that like now you kind of regret?
Ooh, that's a really good question, actually. Ooh, okay. Something I used to be good at that now.
No, like something that you like used to be like proud of.
Yeah. Like something, yeah.
And then like that's just like it's not something that you kind of like regret. Like you look back on it.
And you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you're like,
You know. I know a lot of musicals. Like a lot. I know a lot of musicals. I know everything about Dan and Phil. Like a lot of stuff.
Really? Okay.
Yes. And I used to be very proud of the fact that I watched Riverdale when it first came out, and I've never felt more ashamed of anything in my whole entire life. So I'm gonna have to go with that. Yeah.
Honestly, I can understand that. I used to be a huge fan of like 13 Reasons Why. I know we've already talked about the show, but
so good.
I think when I lost respect for it was season 3. Mm-hmm. Or especially how season 2 ended. I was kind of just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that was traumatizing.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I just feel like I used to praise that show, you know, like from the first season. I was kind of just like, man, that's a
gruesome way to end the season.
Well, that, and you know, they kind of did the best that they could when it came to like trying to like portray how mental health actually goes in, you know, with teenagers, but they kind of romanticized it too much.
I can see that. See that.
Like at the time I was just like, man, this is so real.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, some of it is. And then there's some points where it's kind of just like, why didn't you say that to me when I was alive? Like, you know what I mean? I was just like, okay.
I understand that. That being literally like my favorite show in the whole entire universe. Yes, I understand where you are coming from, because there are a lot of things I can make fun of about that show.
Yeah.
But in the end, it's just, I don't know, irreplaceable. What's the most pain you've ever been in that wasn't physical pain?
Fuck.
Yeah, I know.
There's been a lot of instances where I was in a lot of fucking pain that wasn't like physical. I mean, in a way it was physical because I kind of felt it like in my chest.
Yeah.
But I want to say probably like my freshman and or sophomore year. I was going through a lot of silent battles that I didn't really talk about at the time. That I'm a little better now, but at the time that was definitely like some of the like worst moments of my life so far. Because I was at a point where I didn't think I was even going to make it to like 20. Like I'll be 20 this year. Yeah. And I was like, fuck, I don't think I'm going to make it past 18.
Yeah.
Then here I am. Like almost 2 years later.
Honestly, in that type of state, there are genuinely times where you feel like you aren't even going to make it through the night. Like you don't even know how you're going to see tomorrow. So that's like, it's an accomplishment, or it's an accomplishment to even be able to say.
Yeah. But like that's not something I even talk about a lot because I just don't want to make that like my personality. I like the fact that I've gone through a lot of different things. And I think that there's some heartbreaks that I've gone through that are also like, that's like the most pain I've been through like this past year. But at the same time, like, I don't know, that's nothing compared to like what I was like in my mental health state. Yeah. And of course, like that's like kind of been an on and off thing for years now. You know, a lot of times it comes back, like, you know, it comes back, I fight it off, comes back again. But yeah, it was definitely like at its like peak worst around that time. So
yeah, I can definitely say the same. Like mental health things like that, like really were the most pain I've been in. But then if it's like, if I'm looking at the question from more direct like point, like what they're trying to accomplish with asking a question, my answer would probably just be boring, like my last breakup, literally just like random shit like that, you know.
But like that's still valid though. I feel like a lot of people like look at like a breakup as like, oh man, I was weak. Well, no, I mean your feelings and your well-being was hurt. Yeah. You know, someone actually like, you know, hurt, you know, you in a way that's like not like they'd never hit you, but you know, a lot, you know, words and stuff like that can hurt. So it's completely valid.
It's crazy to be able to make someone feel so in pain when you're not like inflicting like something like physical pain, where we relate pain with the sensation of physical pain usually as just humans. Yeah. So it's weird to think that like, it's also kind of, I don't know, it's just scary to me to think that someone could cause so much pain that isn't what we normally relate pain to. I don't know. That's a weird place to take it, but like. Yeah.
But it's also interesting, like where it's like, if you are going through a heartbreak, you can actually physically still feel it.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it actually causes physical pain.
Like you actually feel emptiness, but they never laid their hands on you, know? It's really weird.
Yeah, yeah, it is weird. That's we got so deep. That was fucking deep.
This game works, y'all. This game works. I'm not even sponsored.
Shout out.
I'm not even sponsored. Get this game, y'all. If you could get to know someone in your life on a deeper level, who would it be and why? Honestly, my mom. My mom hasn't really talked about her past a lot. I think the farthest extent that I know is like what went down with like my biological father. But aside from that, I don't really know a lot about her childhood. Don't really know what she's been through, like what she went through at my age, if she can even remember. So I feel like I don't know. One day I might even bring her on the podcast, assuming if she knows about it now. Hi, Mom, if you're watching this, or listening to this. But
hi, Ryan's mom.
But yeah, assuming that she'll find out about it at some point. I don't know. I feel like I'd try to get to know her a little better, just because I went like probably like, well, I'm gonna be 20 this year. I went 20 years of looking at her as more of an authoritative figure, like as my parent rather than a person, you know? So
I honestly, with that question, I don't think I can answer it. Like, I don't have anyone. All of the people in my life that I choose to be close with, I already feel like I have such a deep connection with them. Like, I feel like there's no one that I could really have a deeper connection with. Or, I mean, I'm sure I could have deeper connections with them, but there's also things that, like, I don't know. It sounds, like, morbid to be like, there are things that you don't want to know about a person, but, like, I'm comfortable with where I am in my relationships with everyone I know. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's a weird way to put the question, but
no, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, like that's why I said my mom, because everyone else, you know, everyone's not gonna like tell you everything about them. So I'm not gonna expect people to like, you know, tell me their entire life story when we first meet. But my mom is someone I've known my entire life, and I feel like I barely know her. Yeah. So that's why I would be like, and same with my dad. I know him even less. Like, I'm like he's here. That's the worst part, is that like I think like just recently I figured out where he worked.
Really?
Like, I figured out what he did for a living.
Wow.
But I never asked before because it's not really something we talk about.
Yeah.
So even more my dad, but also my mom. So
interesting. Yeah. What's your mother's name and the most beautiful thing about her? Sorry.
Probably the most beautiful thing about her is how strong she is.
Yeah.
I think she's been through a lot in the last few years. She lost, her mom, my grandmother, 10 years ago. And then just recently my grandfather died, which is her dad,
Yeah.
And then she also lost one of her best friends like a month before that. But she still holds it together. Like she recently just told me that she was going to therapy because of that like stuff. But like the fact that like she can still be able to get out of bed in the morning, go to work, come back home, take my brother to his soccer practice and his games, and but completely like yes, she's phased, but she doesn't like show that. I feel like that's something that's beautiful, and because she still puts being a mother first, even over her own mental health, so
yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, my mom's name is Heather.
You're just like fuck that. I will name drop my mom's name.
Sorry, Mom. Oh well.
No, I'm just messing with you.
R.I.P. And yeah, I mean, honestly, I can probably say the same. Just like how strong she is. She literally gets out of bed every single day and like takes care of my brother all day and then still finds the time to do. I don't know. It's just crazy. And aside from that, just she's beautiful, like physically, like her face. She's beautiful. She my mama. I love her.
She your mama.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch this come on like Mother's Day or something. But.
I love you, Mom. All right, let's keep going.
Ditto. What are you still trying to prove to yourself?
I have a really hard time proving to myself that people like me. Just in my life.
Really?
I feel like everyone I ever meet just dislikes me genuinely, and it's not like I can pick out the smallest things people do and be like, oh wow, like that's what I would do if I didn't like someone, So, and then yeah, I guess I just like I have been, especially lately, trying to like put that mindset aside of like thinking that people don't like me all the time. I don't know.
Well, so like, did that like start like when you were a young age? Like, did something like
it must have.
Like, did something happen for you to like think about that constantly, or is that just something
I genuinely have no idea how it happened, and I never thought anyone wanted me around. Is depressing.
That's very depressing. I'm kidding. No, that's completely valid though. I think I have something similar with that where I kind of try to constantly convince myself like my value to the world.
Yeah.
Like it's on top of like, hey, am I a garbage person or do I just need to go to bed? Like, what I mean?
Yeah, literally.
But like, or if I think that like, do other people think I'm a garbage person? It's more of just like hey, like what do I bring to this world? You know what I mean? Like I kind of still have to convince myself with that constantly. Kind of just like shit. What do I bring to the table? Like someone asked me like for like a job interview, somebody asked me, like what's like your biggest accomplishment or like how would you describe yourself? And I was just like, I had to soul search. Like I paused for like 2 minutes. I was like, give me a second. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I was like, I don't even know how to tell you what my worth is. Yeah.
I have a similar, like when people say things like, tell me about yourself. It's like, I don't know what to tell you. Like you just have to be around me to figure it out because like. Yeah.
Or like if you want to get to, or like don't ask me some fucking generic shit like tell me about yourself. Like, nah, bitch, ask me a question. Like,
I'm not gonna be able to tell you about myself.
But like, I feel like I should be able to do that though. So I'm still trying to like kind of convince myself how to, market myself as valuable, whether that be to like a new person or to a job interview person. Yeah.
So. Interesting.
It's the way you said it. It sounds so sarcastic. Like,
interesting. Anyway, are you lying to yourself about anything?
100%, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
That's all All right, next question.
100%. No, I lie to myself about not currently, but I lied to myself about what I wanted to do with life.
Yeah, I understand that.
Like, I went into IT and like for college, knowing damn well that I wanted to like do anything but that.
Yeah.
But I was trying to be like practical for people around me, like like for a relationship that I was in, for my parents, because like I even told my mom, because at the time I think I wanted to do more music stuff.
Yeah.
And she was just like, "That's not practical though," and I'm like, "I know, that's why I'm going into IT," instead of just being like, "Okay, well, I don't give a fuck."
Yeah. Because you're just gonna feel less fulfilled anyways, and then it's like, what's even the point of life? Literally, life is just to experience, and if you're not gonna do that.
Exactly, and it's like something that somebody said before, like on a different podcast I listened to, but he really like hit the nail home with that. But he was kind of just like, your parents are gonna outlive you. Well, ideally they're gonna outlive you. Like they're gonna die before you, so you need to make decisions that you're gonna be okay with after they're gone.
You were like, they're gonna outlive you, and then you were like, they're gonna die before you. Outlive means they're gonna live longer than you.
I know, but like I was like, well, because like I threw myself off track when I was just like, oh, hopefully they outlive you. Wait, shit.
No, hopefully they don't outlive you. You want to die before your parents?
Hold on. Oh shit. No, I meant it the other way.
That's why I was like, Ryan, what are you talking about?
But yeah, they're gonna die before you.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
That sounds so bad, but I mean, like, as in, like, hopefully, like you're gonna be able to, live your life, and they won't see you die, right?
Yeah.
So you need to make decisions that you're gonna be okay with after they're gone.
Yeah.
So if you've made decisions up to this point where it's like you're just trying to make them happy, even though they're not gonna be here for forever, like their days are just as limited as yours.
Yeah.
And if they're gone, and then you made all these decisions for them.
What do you have left?
Yeah, it's like what do you have left? Like you're not gonna be happy because you're still here. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I feel like but at least I learned that early though.
Yeah.
Now, at least I didn't like go like 5-10 years down the line. Now I'm like 33 and I'm like, fuck this job. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The amount of times I'm gonna try and say accomplishment just in this episode and mess it up is insane. Literally insane. No, it's an accomplishment in itself to have realized it already, that you didn't want to just be living for your parents.
Or for anyone else for that matter.
Yeah. Just not even just your parents.
Because like even in the relationship I was in, like they like straight up told me, they were just like, oh, that's gonna be hard. And I'm like, I know.
But I love it.
And like they're just gonna be like, but like I don't know if I can be with you. And I was just like, oh, okay, but like your thing though, like you totally think that like, yeah, like, it was like it was a whole double standard thing, and I was
unbalanced.
Just like, it was an unbalanced, like, oh, okay, so like your thing, that's like totally acceptable when it's
invalid,
my thing.
And mine is invalid.
But yeah, I was just lying to myself at the time. I don't do it anymore though, but
I feel like I definitely lie to myself about things. I think that I convince myself that there are real connections between me and people, and then like there just aren't. Mm-hmm. I think it's easy for me to convince myself of things just because I don't want to take the route that hurts me, Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think everyone's lying to themselves about things, even if it's just in your head. You're not even doing anything.
Yeah, even if it's like not something as big as like your life purpose, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're just lying by the fact that like you wanted burgers instead of pizza tonight. You know what I mean? Or something like that.
I was okay with pizza. It was okay. It was bussin'. It was good as hell. We
ate pizza before this just in case like you're all like, what the fuck? But yeah.
Let the record show the pizza was delicious.
The pizza was bussin', so. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think I do agree with you that I feel like a lot of people are going to be lying to themselves for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
But, that's how it be sometimes. What's a lesson that took you the longest to unlearn?
Not falling into the cycle of making yourself sad.
Really? Okay. What do you mean by that?
Like, I think that I a lot of times would make up scenarios that, like, not even on purpose, but subconsciously, like, it was almost like I was forcing myself to be sad because I was so comfortable in it. Like, instead of being disappointed when you're happy and then you become sad, you just stay sad and you stay in that cycle so that you don't have to experience the, like, tragedy of thinking that you are happy and then not being happy. So I think that it was a really hard thing to unlearn, to realize that I am not going to be happy unless I believe that I am happy. Mm-hmm. So I think it's truly just about a change in mindset, you know? Mm-hmm. So, yeah. I don't know. That one was surprisingly easy for me.
This one's actually hard for me because, I don't know, like, I feel like every time that I try to point out a lesson that I've learned, I feel like I'm coming off as, like that uncle at the family reunion that, like, is 40 and thinks that they know, like, everything is like, I've lived so much more life.
Yeah.
You can't even begin to comprehend, you know what I mean? Like every time that, like, I, like, think about that, I feel like I'm, like, that guy and I don't want to be that guy. So I don't know, that's really hard for me to, like, think about. But I think something that I had to, like, unlearn was, like, there's more good people than bad people.
And, like, that's a good one.
Like, and, like, what I mean by that is, like, I guess, like, I kind of used to always see the good in people, even, like, bad people. You know what I mean? Like, this is gonna sound so cliche, but it's kind of just like, I kind of had to unlearn that, like, everyone's a little bad.
Yeah, it's not so black and white.
Yeah, it's kind of just like there's a little bit of bad in everyone, including me and you know, and it's more there's more bad than what you would like to think, you know. And I feel like the past year, you know, of 2020 has also, like, proven that to me.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
lots of people have been doing a lot of soul searching.
Right. Yeah. Dude, there's a lot of friends that I've had that, like, came into quarantine straight and then came out not. Like, I was just like, damn, you found yourself.
Word.
But yeah, no.
I feel like that's something I had to unlearn, because now I don't even, like, trust people as easily as I used to.
Yeah.
You know, even, like, people that I've known for so long, now I look at them differently, you know?
Yeah, that's interesting.
So.
If you have, when was the moment you realized you weren't invincible?
Oh, shit. I feel like I haven't lived enough life to, like, realize that I'm not invincible yet. I think maybe financially I've learned that. You know what I mean? Because, like, when I bought all the equipment that I need for, like, all my content and stuff, I realized that shit piles up so quickly. Like, there's one time where, like, I spent a lot of money, right? And then, like, shit hit the wall. Like, my car needed to get fixed. And then, like, I had to pay insurance, like, the same month or the same day, to the point where it's like my savings gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's like I had, like before I got my new job, I had, like, $50 to my name. Like, you know, it like, I feel like financially I learned that, damn, bro, like,
shit doesn't come as easily.
Like, shit does not come as easy, you know. And, you know, I kind of respect my parents a little more.
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
like, knowing, like, that, like, what they kind of have to do to make sure that, you know, the lights stay on.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So I feel like I've learned that financially, not everything is going to be, like, you know, rainbows and unicorns and shit, you know?
Yeah. I think mine is also, it's not physical. Like, it's not like, I broke my leg and now I think I'm not invincible. It's like, like,
yeah.
Like, going back to what I talked about earlier, like, realizing that people, like, genuinely, just like other human beings, can hurt you on such a deep level. Like, that's so crazy. Just the fact that some people people hold so much power and you don't even know it.
And,
I
like,
think
and, like, not even give a fuck either.
Yeah.
Like,
and
you know what I mean?
people can
Like,
just hurt you and not even care.
Yeah, like, there's a lot of people out there. Like, there's some people that were in my life where I literally told them, "Yeah, you're hurting me," and they're like, "Cool. So, do you remember when you hurt me?" I was like, well,
yeah. Just completely gaslighting.
And I was like, well,
I guess so.
Because we talked about it, and I apologized, and I was better about it.
Yeah.
We're talking about you right now. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
No, I understand that. Yeah. Do you think the image you have of yourself matches the image people see you as?
Absolutely not. I can't tell you if it's better or worse, but I can tell you that my perception of myself is going to be insanely different than anyone else.
Yeah, I agree. Well, like for me, not for you.
Yeah.
I think you're amazing, but
I think you're amazing too, Ryan. Let the record show that I also think Ryan is amazing.
But see, I'll go home and be like, I don't know about that, son. Like, you know, it's like I'll be editing this and I'm just like, God, you're still annoying. Like really for me, like I'll look at like editing, like me, like post, like inside the thing, and I'll be like, God, this man's annoying. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
no, me too. When you I remember when we were watching back a couple of the clips last time, I was like, oh my God, like, is that seriously what people see? Like, it's everyone is going to have a different view of themselves.
Yeah, well, because I even like changed my profile picture on Facebook for the first time in like 2 years, right? Because I'm a dude, so we just don't take pictures of ourselves for whatever reason.
True.
Straight dudes, anyway. For some reason, Facebook like notifies people when you changed your profile picture. Like they make that a post, and I didn't know that. So when I logged into Facebook, like again, like a few days later, like there were all these comments like, "Oh my God, this guy's so awesome. He'll never know how much I appreciate him." I'm just like, why though? Like, what did I?
Yeah,
you know, like, it's like, what did I do? You know, like
Yeah.
I was just reading all these comments of like, "Oh, he's so handsome. Oh my God, he's so talented." Yada yada yada, right? And I'm like, thanks for all the compliments, guys, but I don't see that, you know? Like,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know, but and I also kind of but then there's also moments that I see myself in a light where it's like, I know I'm a good person.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
do people think I'm a good person though? Because
Yeah.
you know everyone has their own perception. So and people have heard different things about me. You know what I mean? Like you know, like there might be a rumor that I just did something really bad, and then like
I was really into Sting.
I was like I couldn't think of like a bad thing. I don't know. Like,
It might be a rumor that I did something bad.
like I don't know. I couldn't think of like a bad thing that would be a rumor that is like rumor worthy. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
like you get my point. But like so.
I'm okay. There was a rumor that Ryan had a foot fetish. Continue. Keep
Okay,
going.
yeah. Wait. As if having a foot fetish is a bad thing, but like I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's kind
Not
of
trying to blame or not trying to.
I don't know. You're into what you're into. Anyway. Yeah, like let's say like that was a rumor, right? You could think that like I like feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
that's a different perspective. Everyone, I've seen posts like this too. Everyone you ever meet is gonna have a different perspective of you.
yeah, it's like, you know, like I had someone tell me like, oh, like I met them on a cruise and like they started like to like not talk to me throughout the rest of the cruise, right? So, but like we had each other Instagram somehow. So, like this was like 5 years ago too. So I DM'd them after the cruise when I got home and I was just like, hey, like I noticed that you like stopped talking to me. Like, did I do something? Did I say something?
Yeah.
And they were just like, I just thought that you were insipid, aka boring.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to talk to you. And I was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, but then the people that I hung up with on the boat thought completely differently, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Everyone's gonna have a different perspective of you regardless. And I still think about that comment to this day. Like she's never gonna see this either. But like I was like that.
Damn.
That got me. I mean, it changed me a little bit, but for the better, I guess. Because maybe I was boring at the time. Who knows?
What title would you give this chapter in your life?
I think I honestly did just enter a new chapter because
Me fucking too, man.
because like I got accepted to like a school that I've always been like wanted to go to, or not always been wanting to go, but like a school that I should have went to at the beginning, like when I did graduate. Because I went to community college. Mm-hmm. Because again, I was listening to other people instead of my own well-being, my own heart. And that chapter was kind of just like a transition chapter to what my actual goal was. So, you know, for 2 years, I'm just sitting here like, you know, when I get to this school. But then I got accepted and now it's like, it's coming up.
Yeah. It's like, well, what do you do now?
Yeah. It's like this September, it's like when like the classes will begin and I'll be up 2 hours away from, you know, where I am now.
Yeah.
So everything that I've been doing has been building up to me getting into the school. Now that I'm here, I'm kind of just like, fuck.
Yeah, like this is so great. Yeah.
This is actually happening. Like, I constantly like always like kind of fantasize about everything until it actually gets here, and I'm just like, fuck, now what? So I feel like I'll just call this now what? You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
Because
I feel the vibe.
Because like now up until classes start, I'm just a sitting duck. I'm just waiting. So so now it's kind of just like a now what? Versus before I would have called it changes. Yeah. Because a lot changed. A lot changed. I became single. I've like realized what changes I want to make in life. I started the podcast. Like just there's a lot of things that was changing constantly.
Yeah.
And it was all, it's like how it came about was like, college started. Then I went through a breakup. Then a worldwide pandemic hit. Yeah. And then I started a podcast, started doing more stuff on TikTok and YouTube. There was just a lot of changes in mental health, changes in goals, changes in scenery. Like I used to live up on like the normal floor of my house. Now I'm in the basement. You know what I mean? Like there's
me too.
Yeah, there was just a lot of changes that was happening. So yeah. So I would have called that changes, and then now it's just what now?
Yeah, you're in a waiting period. Yeah, for sure.
So
yeah.
Damn, that was deep.
I think mine would be like the light at the end of the tunnel or something cheesy like that. Like some cheesy ass. Just because I don't know. I feel like I have been going through so much like the past I don't know, so many honestly years and years of going through a bunch of shit, but specifically like the past 5 months, 6 months, and I think that I'm finally getting out of all that, and I genuinely feel like it's a new start instead of a fake one,
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know. Yeah, probably something really fucking cheesy.
Just call it that. Probably something cheesy.
By
Kaya.
Yeah, wow. Beautiful.
In cursive and everything.
Revolutionary.
Well, I think on that note, I think I'm going to wrap up this episode of the podcast.
So crazy.
Big shout out to Kaya for coming on for the second time, and hopefully this one will actually work. Yeah, because we've talked about a lot in the last depending on how much I edit this down, hour or so. And
future note to Ryan editing in the future, I'm so sorry about me tapping the mic so much. I have anxiety.
Hey, it's okay.
Is that future you accepting or now you accepting, and then future you is
and the future me is like
fuck you. Fuck you.
Coming out again. No, but
that was probably so much. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, here I'll show you the track of where that just happened. But this is a good episode. You are always welcome to come back on anytime.
Aw, thank you. I love coming on. It's so much fun.
If you do want to come on, let me know in the comment section below, or I am also doing voice messages now. I'll leave a link in the description, but if you want to be on this show without actually being on the show, I want to do an episode with just audio messages from people that listen to the podcast. So if you're interested in participating in that, I'll put a link in the description, or I'll put a link on the screen as well. Go to anchor.fm/toastonrye/message, and yeah, we'll do an episode with that. If you guys overall enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe.
Get that shit popping.
Join the fam. If you're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all that stuff, share it with a friend, give me a follow, let me know what you think, and follow all my socials in the description below. And as always, I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.